like wrestling.
We stand.
That's not hard.
There's no demand. What?
That's
Is
not
it
hard.
Pat Benatar?
Yes.
Yeah. What? Oh, because it said heart.
Yeah.
I don't know. When you said heart, I thought Love's the Battlefield, so I started singing it. It had nothing to do. I forgot there was a band called Heart.
Yeah.
God damn it.
What is up, everyone? Welcome to the Like Wrestling Podcast.
Unison! The last 3 episodes.
His favorite song. During time of recording, it is storming like crazy.
So if we lose feed,
Is it always around here?
Yeah, I feel like we're in Florida now.
It's either hot as balls or it's raining.
Yeah. So, big news, CM Punk debut in AEW.
Oh shit, he showed up, huh? Fucking did it. He did the thing.
There was all those subtle hints with a Cookie Monster shirt and a Chick Magnet shirt.
But now there's new
Yeah,
hints.
but it wasn't Chris Masters.
I thought it was Chris Masters.
Yeah, I mean, there's always been rumors
But
circling.
Have you seen the hints that CM Punk has been throwing?
Yes.
No,
So-
Oh, he wrote on his van.
CM Punk twice wrote initials on his shoes. His debut night on Rampage, it had
BW.
BW.
Bray Wyatt.
And then on Dynamite, he had AC. Adam
Cole. And, yeah.
And during Dynamite Wednesday,
No. Okay, I don't know what you're going to say, so go for it. But I think you're skipping something, but go ahead.
as CM Punk was in the ring, the fans were chanting, yes, yes. And CM Punk said, that's somebody else's shtick, but you're going to have to be a little more patient.
But also, talking about the AC, the moment Adam Cole's match was over, the Young Bucks posted a video of top 10 seances on YouTube.
Oh, yeah, I saw about that, yeah.
And then Kenny Omega dressed up as a Ghostbuster.
Nice.
Because there's been so many rumors numerous times of Punk returning, I feel like even when people were chanting Punk, they didn't believe it.
I still didn't believe it. Until I saw his face on the TV, I still didn't believe
And
it.
so they had that static in his music. And then as soon as they...
Yeah, of course. It's a
I think Punk
publicly-
owns some of that.
Well, it's a public song. It's not. They can only buy production rights to it. WWE. They can't own the song. So
License the right
yeah,
to
license
use it.
right. So they can't buy the song.
Yeah.
So
That
anybody
song was
can
out
use
way
it.
before Punk.
As soon as people heard the static, that place just went crazy.
But I still think, man, could you imagine what that place would have been if Kenny Omega came out?
That would have been the
instead?
loudest boo ever.
Exactly. It's that
Exactly.
heat draw,
Also,
man.
yeah.
Or anybody that you think, man, this guy is just not getting heat. We need somebody to get heat. That person comes out instead of Punk, would have been amazing. So that would have been all the heat you need.
I thought that was really cool when he jumped into the crowd, too.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell AEW just gives him that vibe of loving wrestling again.
For now,
Yeah.
from what I've heard and from what I'm sure everybody's heard, we all read the internet and read and listen to different shoots and people's interviews, and Punk can be a little hard to work with.
Yeah, I mean, I've also heard that Punk had a high asking price, and the fact that Tony Khan actually brought him in is impressive. And, it's honestly, WWE has been slacking.
I still think my
And-
storyline was better.
With,
Punk held all the chips. I mean,
Of course,
he didn't need AEW.
anything.
AEW needed him.
Yes.
yeah, and
But
Tony
did
Khan called.
AEW need him?
Not really. They had
But I mean,
Brian lined up.
when they contacted
Yeah.
Punk, he could have easily been like, "Nah, I'm enjoying retirement."
So, what did I tell you as of Monday morning? So, 24 hours, that Instagram post had 0.7 million views.
And
In 1 hour, Brock Lesnar's return in 1 hour had 1 million views. So we're going to sit here and AEW being a contender, but really they are a alternative. They are not a competitor.
Right.
Not yet. They're an alternative. And I don't really want to watch Raw or SmackDown.
Right.
So for me, I'm just not watching it. I'm not saying yay to AEW or no to WWE because I like some of the things WWE is doing. The Baron Corbin thing. I want to know what happens tonight. They've been hyping it up on social media. He won chips in Las Vegas and bought a car and a new shirt and some food.
Yeah, and
That's a
well, and then
girl.
the other thing with Punk is he crashed Pro Wrestling Tees too.
Yeah, that's pretty. I mean, but that happens like all the time.
But that's
didn't
pretty
they-
cool with his return. Like,
I mean, he has a record now.
Yeah.
Fastest selling.
Fastest selling, yeah. Fastest sell
Um,
out.
So, with Punk having the AC and the BW, do you think those two guys are going to show up?
Barry Windham and fuck, come on, help me, I'm blanking.
probably eventually.
Adam, can't do Adam. It's Adam Cole.
No, Bray Wyatt's
Arthur
coming back.
Curry, Aquaman.
What? What'd you say?
Bray Wyatt's coming back in Atlantic City.
Why?
AC, you need something for AC. They gave you Atlantic City. I
I went with Barry Windham.
was trying to help you out.
AC. I said Arthur Curry, Aquaman, or
Fuck is
AC.
Arthur Curry?
That's Aquaman's real name.
I don't know.
Or AC Slater.
AC Slater. So yeah, it's gonna be
Mario
Mario
Lopez.
Lopez.
It's Vince. He's tapped
So-
in here. We're talking about.
I 100% would believe that.
NXT has said, as far as
SummerSlam first. SummerSlam first.
Okay.
NXT goes next.
so,
We went from Dynamite. No, I'm sorry, not Dynamite. What's it called?
Rampage.
Rampage.
Rampage. CM
So-
Punk. SummerSlam. Saturday.
SummerSlam was on a Saturday.
Weird.
That was weird.
I missed it. I
And
was working.
it had two debuts. Brock Lesnar came back, and Becky
Not
Lynch
debuts. Returns.
returns.
I'd rather watch SummerSlam than
I-
a shitty concert.
I think the reason why
She
it was on a Saturday is because SummerSlam went to like midnight.
Did
So
it?
that way, yeah.
Oh,
Because if they would have did that on a Sunday, you know what I mean?
WWE does that all the time.
why do they do
Yeah, but
this?
on a Sunday, you would rather end the show early because
People
people have
go
to
to
get
bed.
up.
I'd
You
rather
want them
not.
to keep them high.
I'd rather them not go to midnight.
Yeah.
Split up into two nights like WrestleMania. If you say that this is your summer version of WrestleMania, this is your next biggest show, the biggest, what do they call it? The biggest party of the summer or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking just do it in two nights like you do WrestleMania now. Because I like the 2 night WrestleMania.
You don't need to go to midnight every pay per view.
I know.
And it's-
fucking annoying.
AEW does a pay
I
per
was
view
gonna
every
say,
3
well,
months.
you're giving that shit, but AEW goes like every fucking
The
time.
difference is though, AEW does pay per views every 3 months, right?
Every
And-
quarter.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. So
They're doing the old WWF model. when
Yeah,
it first
it's what they
started.
used to do. Yeah,
And-
it's old school.
AEW has less matches.
Guarantee you within 2 years we're going to 8 pay-per-views at least.
Yeah.
It-
WWE
6, I say, at a minimum.
WWE always tries to fit like 11 matches on a card.
Payday.
Sometimes you don't need that.
You don't need it, but you want to get these guys on card.
If it's your main 4, fine. But every pay per view is till 11
What's
or
the main 4?
Mania, Rumble, SummerSlam, Survivor Series.
You think Survivor Series is the main pay-per-view now?
That's
I
the
don't
big
think so.
4.
I think it's the least of all 4 of them if you're calling them the main 4.
Um,
I think that is the worst of them.
so
I
I
used
think
to be one of the
Roadblock is the next one.
What do you mean?
that'll probably go to midnight.
That's one of the big 4.
Are you serious?
No.
I was just saying, like, I used to love Survivor Series. Do you get hyped for Survivor Series anymore?
Not really, because they took away the old teams.
Right.
That's what I like.
It's not a gimmick anymore. It's just a pay-per-view.
Well, it's still teams, but now it's Raw versus SmackDown.
Sometimes, not even all the time.
Yeah.
There's
Um,
only one match.
so Brock Lesnar came back, stared Roman down,
It looks dope as fuck too, man.
and then after the
I
cameras
thought it
went
was
off,
Bray. I saw the picture online. I thought it was Bray.
we'll get to that.
Oh yeah.
After the cameras went off, Brock attacked Cena.
Yeah, I didn't know that was at the cameras.
So, and I read that Brock is a face on SmackDown,
Well,
and
we
it-
don't know that yet. We'll see tonight.
That's the rumor.
and he's scheduled to do at least 8 matches a year.
He signed for a year and a half.
Yeah, a year and a
8
half.
matches.
I
Yeah.
know.
8
Yeah.
matches in a year.
In a year and a half.
So, I don't know. I don't get it. Brock Lesnar was fine, but I don't know. It's the same stuff recycled. You know when Paul Heyman,
though, because now he's a face.
but when Paul Heyman had Big Show,
Yeah, I mean,
it's the same thing.
Well,
When Paul Heyman had Curtis Axel, same thing.
there are things you can do with Brock.
Paul Heyman had CM Punk, same thing.
There are things you can do with Brock that make it worth watching.
now it makes
don't
sense
know.
that they got rid of all their big names.
Yeah.
I mean, it's,
I don't know if putting him with Roman now is the
But-
thing to do.
To me, too, though, like, okay, having just said that, to me, that was a dumb fucking idea. As much as I like Brock Lesnar and stuff, you sign a guy for a year and a half and 8 matches when you had guys that you could get a lot more out of, and you had them signed for longer. Like Braun, he was
Yeah.
signed for like at least 4 years. You know what I mean?
So why not bring Brock back and help Roman win the
Well,
belt from Cena?
Did-
And then, hold on, and then have Heyman be split between them. Like, oh, Brock is my guy, but Roman's my new guy. And then every time Roman, until, let's say, Royal Rumble, every time Roman defends that belt, Brock helps him keep it. Then you turn Brock face and say, the only reason you're keeping that belt is because Paul asks me to help you. So why am I not getting a shot? Then maybe let's even take this to Survivor Series. Maybe he gets a shot, but something else happens that he doesn't win. You think Heyman's going to help Brock, but boom, he helps Roman instead. Brock loses the match, goes on to Royal Rumble, wins the Royal Rumble. Now we have Brock and Roman again
Well,
with a good story.
yeah. Well, see, and my theory is, though, because a certain somebody came back, and for a different company, Roman is going to keep that belt until he breaks his record because he still holds the record at 434 days. And Roman's quickly approaching that.
I mean, maybe for a world title, but he doesn't hold it for a title at all because Walter got that.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying for WWE's main roster
Yeah.
thing,
What time?
Punk
Roman
still
kept
holds-
like 7 years.
well,
He
for
only
the
defended it like
modern
6
era.
times.
Because remember that's what Punk's thing was when he got over 400 days. I'm the longest reigning champion of the modern era. So that's what I'm saying. Because that's why I think Roman didn't drop it to Cena at SummerSlam. Because I was thinking about it, like when he didn't lose it, I'm like, wait a minute, Punk's getting ready to debut, and I know Roman's coming up. He's well over a year having the belt. I think they're just like they did with Nikki Bella because of AJ Lee. They didn't want to have to mention AJ Lee was the longest reigning champ. So let's let Nikki, even if she breaks it by 1 day, now she's the longest reigning champ. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how petty WWE is.
Do you think, but like they didn't know Punk was coming in, and this Brock thing had to be planned out months ahead, if not weeks, at least weeks.
Oh, no, I'm not saying, but I'm just saying I think Roman's going to keep the belt. So they're gonna drag out Roman and Brock fighting each other. Because one, he only has so many matches, and 2, until he at least breaks the record. You know what I mean?
I mean, it just I don't know.
Because that would be something Roman could brag about. Oh, I'm at 400 some days, and then Roman Brock challenges him.
I like Brock coming back, but I don't know if this is the way to do it. I don't know if this was the best way to bring him back. Let him squash some people first.
So it was supposed to be Bianca Belair and
Or
Sasha
have him
Banks.
show up at the Rumble as a surprise entrant.
That would have been alright. It's a long way
So-
away.
It was supposed to be Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks for the title. I guess Sasha's hurt.
Kayfabe, shoot.
Yeah. Becky Lynch came back.
I was very excited for that.
Squashed Bianca.
She deserves so much better.
Let's see where it goes.
I understand, it's kind of like the Kobe thing where people enjoyed seeing her get it, but now it's like
Let's see where it goes.
you don't need to squash it.
Let's see where it goes.
And apparently, it was Becky's call to be a heel.
Well, and that's why I think she squashed her because, like, everybody thought, like she was the man and a good guy when she, quote unquote, left, and then she sucker punched her, so to speak, and caught her by surprise. So you could say that's why Bianca lost because she wasn't expecting, she thought, okay, Becky was a nice person when she left, so to speak. So I went for that handshake, and she sucker punched me, caught me off guard,
So-
and got me.
Becky,
It only takes 3
was
seconds.
Becky ever a real supposed to be a super baby face? I always kind of put her in that
That tweener, yeah.
Yeah, she's just there to win a belt. I'm here to prove that I'm the best. Whether you like it or not. That's what I'm going to do.
Right.
and when Becky left, she had the Raw title. Obviously, she left to have the baby. Why didn't you bring her back on Raw?
Well,
You know,
because
Charlotte
Seth,
won. but
Because
You can
SmackDown
always
is
do
your
that
top
thing.
show now.
But you can
SmackDown
always
is the top show now.
you can always do that thing where it's like I never lost that belt. I had to give it up.
Yeah.
It's-
Okay. Well, fucking Charlotte won that belt. You want to see Becky and Charlotte again? No.
I don't want to see Charlotte. But Becky, again, if people return, do you really need to put a title on them right away? After you've been making Bianca a star, trying to build her up as a top woman
See where it goes.
wrestler.
That's what I'm just saying.
But the thing of it is,
So-
too,
Remember that Becky and Bianca both have husbands, or are they married?
I
Yeah,
think they're married. Yeah.
Montez and her, yeah, they're married.
So they both have husbands on SmackDown, and Montez is a face, and Seth is a heel. We can go with that storyline.
yeah.
And the thing of it is, too, and it's not a knock on Bianca, but because Becky's been gone so long, SmackDown's supposed to be coming around, I think, in sometime late September to Hershey. What's more appealing? Would you rather go see Bianca or Becky, who has it, and now she's the champion too? That's more of a draw. That's
I mean, to me, that I'm not going to see WWE at all. So.
yeah. But I mean, for fans that would go,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? That's a drawing point. Hey, come see the champion, Becky Lynch.
I'd say just let's see where it goes. I think that can go somewhere. I'm not going to judge it yet. Now, if it goes nowhere, and then it's shit. It was complete.
Well,
flame.
then that shows that you had no faith in
Right,
Bianca to
Bianca,
begin
right.
with.
But let's see where it goes.
So SummerSlam, this SummerSlam was the most viewed SummerSlam in the history of WWE.
I didn't see
How
but
true that is, I don't know, but because WWE tends to fudge
They do have a
numbers.
history of lying.
Yeah, sold out, record breaking, whatever.
LA Coliseum. There was a bomb scare.
Even we listened to something I wrestle with, and Bruce Pritchard has admitted that
93,000. It
when they say there was like 93,000 people in the building,
was like 86, which is still impressive.
but they count, okay, well, the guy selling concessions count, the
Yeah.
guy giving tickets.
The people in
People
the
in the
building. How
building.
many physical bodies
Not
are
people
inside?
bought a
But
ticket.
technically, that's not a lie because
It's not a
you're
lie.
counting
Technically.
everybody in the building.
Yes, Bruce. It's not a lie. We get that.
But they might say
So-
most viewed, meaning like YouTube hits or
hmm
Yeah,
anything after the pay-per-view, they'll count.
Yeah.
and then Sunday was NXT Takeover 36.
It was.
Of course,
amazing.
NXT always puts on a good show.
Yeah, even if they tried to put it on after SummerSlam to kill the hype, still fucking delivered.
Although the one match I didn't care for was
Which one?
the women's.
I do think the women under-delivered for NXT, unfortunately.
I just don't. I don't get
Dakota
like,
Kai and Raquel Gonzalez.
I just, man, I think
It's a weak division,
it's
yeah.
a weak division right now. I don't know how this girl is that came out. I forget her name. The
Yeah.
UK girl. that came
Kaylee
out.
Ray.
Yeah. I don't know if she's any good. Hopefully she can have some kind of, where's Tony?
She's on SmackDown.
Oh, fuck, really?
But she only wrestled like once and she disappeared.
Man, that sucks.
She Mia Yim is technically on SmackDown. No one's seen her.
And now Mandy Rose is in NXT, but I think she's supposed to be like a manager type person.
Not the greatest wrestler, though.
Well, no, I think she's going to be like a manager type thing. The way that they've been showing stuff with her, I don't know.
Again, weak division. I don't know. Right now, the weakest it's ever been.
Yeah, match of the night is what, Walter?
Walter.
Yeah, Walter and
Hila.
what's going to call him Ivan Drago.
Dragon.
Ivan Drago.
Ivan Drago.
Ilya, whatever it is.
If he dies, he dies.
That was a great match. I mean, obviously with English wrestling, it's heavy hitting, it's strong style. It's
Colin O'Reilly was great too.
Unfortunately, I didn't see it.
they
but,
called it 2 out of 3 falls, and it should have been 3 stages of hell.
Yeah, technically.
But I mean, obviously, we figured Kyle was going to go over.
I mean,
The
I
fans
still had
that-
a little bit of thought that Cole would go over.
The fans at NXT didn't really like that; they booed.
Yeah, and I saw like originally, and then John and I had talked at work that people were complaining like, oh, it was only going to go 2 because you didn't see the cage. But the way they had
Pulled it
it,
out, yeah,
I actually like that idea though.
Yeah, I like
'cause
that. That was cool.
At
least on
then it doesn't
TV.
give it away
Yeah.
aesthetically, on TV.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't see. Well, we watched everything but Samoa Joe's match. I don't know.
Well, I got home and watched a little bit of Samoa Joe's match. It was kind of boring.
I mean, Samoa Joe went over.
Yeah,
He
Karrion
won with the
Kross,
Muscle Buster.
yeah. It was. I don't know. It was just boring. I don't know.
Karrion
A Haas
Kross
match, too big.
is-
It wasn't even a Haas match. No, it wasn't. No.
See, I've never been a fan of Karrion Kross.
I don't know, man. I
don't
don't
see
like it either,
Yeah, I don't
unfortunately.
see it.
I like
But
his look.
I do agree that on the main roster, they're disrespecting him a little bit.
I liked his look until
a lot.
8 p.m. Monday evening.
Yeah. And what are you going to do with Scarlett? What are you going to do with Karrion without Scarlett?
She's not a wrestler. She's a manager.
I don't know.
Unless she starts managing someone else.
And what is the Karrion Kross on the main roster?
And she actually can wrestle.
He
She used to
will.
wrestle in
He
Impact.
will be either just Carrion or just Cross soon.
Yep.
It's just they've been teasing it at house shows if they've been doing them or whatever. I guess main event or whatever it is. They've been doing his entrance without Scarlett. People haven't liked it. And then when he debuted in that mask without Scarlett, and it just pissed people off. Why?
Because he's
Because
heel, right?
Vince likes total control. You're going to do what I tell you.
You are destroying NXT town.
Well,
You
he doesn't
like
care.
what I tell you to like.
What's the last great NXT call?
Seth
Matt Riddle.
Rollins. No, not Riddle.
Yo, he's super over right now. RK Bro.
Because of why?
Or
He's Barry
Randy
But
Orton.
Orton.
Before that, what was he? He forgot his fucking lines.
He was
Backstage.
this generation's RVD.
yeah. But I can't think of one. I mean, maybe Drew, but I mean, Drew was the main guy before NXT.
Even
Right.
Drew was brought up pretty shitty. He was
Yeah.
brought up as a bodyguard.
Samoa Joe didn't do much.
He was Dolph's heater. He was
Yeah.
Diesel.
Yeah.
Bobby Roode didn't do much.
The Shield,
I
Roman, and Seth are probably your last.
Shinsuke was hot for a little while there. He won the
Shinsuke was
Rumble.
good, yeah.
but a lot of the recent call-ups. have
Oh,
been
yeah,
shit.
no, definitely.
Ricochet, Alistair.
Bianca. So Bianca is probably the best. Recent.
Yeah. Most recent dude got pushed.
Yeah, I just don't.
Even that's
I-
brutal though.
And
Vince has to know NXT. He has to know what's going on.
No, he
I
doesn't.
mean, it's
He doesn't.
Vince's thing is he doesn't like anything he didn't create. And even though NXT is under his umbrella, so to speak, because Triple H allowed some of them guys to have creative input and stuff on their characters, once they get up to the main roster, it's no, forget that shit. This is what you're wearing now. This is your name
If I was
now.
Triple H, I would just stop setting guys up. Like, what's the point? You're just going to do what you want with them anyway.
well.
Why should I
Yes.
build them up down here?
So Adam Cole has been working without a contract since June.
Yeah.
He
it's
said
been months.
it was word to mouth. You know, hey, I'll work until
I
SummerSlam.
think it was like a gentleman's agreement.
Yeah.
yeah.
And Vince apparently loves Adam Cole. As of right now, Adam Cole has not re-signed. He doesn't want to go to the main roster. He's said multiple times in the past that he doesn't want to get called up because he's been seeing how call-ups have been getting treated.
He's a big fish in a little pond.
And apparently Vince really loves Adam Cole. Right now, he is a free agent.
Although not till midnight tonight.
There's no non-compete clause, so he can literally show up tonight on
Rampage.
Rampage.
I don't think so. I think he's
No,
got
he-
till
his
midnight
contract-
tonight.
No,
His
he doesn't
contract's
know.
gone.
His contract has been gone since June. Yeah.
He has no
His
contract.
his contract actually, the extension thing, I've heard one thing that said it goes till midnight tonight, and I've heard another one that said after TakeOver, it was
Well,
done.
I guess we'll find out.
I mean, so,
Either way, even if it say it goes till midnight tonight, though, like, I don't think he's going to
So-
resign.
Adam Cole does Twitch, video gaming, streaming. He posted today he's not streaming because something came up.
Who's the guy who got released that he got really emotional about? I forget.
Tyler Breeze.
Yeah,
Yeah, Tyler Breeze. Could that have been the final nail in the coffin that just he was like, you know what? If he's not here anymore, fuck it, I'm gone.
Apparently they're like really close. They're really good friends. But
Well, and then like,
you wouldn't
also
know.
Well, they're video game
Bobby
guys.
Fish too was just a recent one too that he's pretty good
Yeah,
friends
but
with.
I think it's a different friendship there.
But so like,
I think him and-
but I'm getting at what you're saying is like, this friend of mine's gone now. This friend of mine,
They all debuted together.
you know,
Adam Cole's friends with a lot of people.
Yeah.
He's been
So-
around for a while.
On Twitch, he posted that something came up. He's not streaming tonight. He'll be streaming tomorrow, Saturday. Now, as far as I know, Rampage tonight was taped.
Oh.
They can still add stuff post.
Post.
But I don't think he's going to debut on Rampage.
Yeah, you can't keep doing all this shit.
A week
on
after
Rampage.
Punk, yeah.
Yeah, no.
You can't keep doing all this shit on Rampage.
The
We
Bucks have been
we have 1 week to
Pay-per-view.
where are we at? All out.
all out September 5th.
Yeah. That's next weekend. So
so you just made me think of something too. To go back to SummerSlam real quick, how fucking cool was that Edge entrance with the Brood
Right,
music
came out
and
to
stuff?
Brood.
but I heard he fucked Gangrel.
Yes, I was just gonna say
I
that.
read it. I don't know how true it is, but apparently he fucked Gangrel out of an AEW.
Gangrel has his
appearance.
own podcast. It's called Bangin' and Bangin', and he said on his podcast that yes, he had a thing lined up with AEW. He was supposed to make an appearance,
With the Brood music.
and at the last
Oh.
minute, because they did that at SummerSlam, they
Yeah,
got him and
no,
told him,
can't do it.
yeah, no, it's canceled.
Yeah.
And
That which sucks, but that was still really cool. Like that, he probably didn't know he had something.
It was on
lined up.
AEW that one time, remember?
Oh yeah, but they were going to bring him in.
I'd
to do
say
another appearance.
Edge probably apologized and
Yeah, I think he
paid him
did. I
whatever
saw.
he was going to get paid for that night. He probably paid him.
Yeah. But Punk just debuted, so I don't think there's going to be a big signing.
What would
Maybe
it
at the
do?
pay-per-view.
What would it do?
Maybe at the
Right.
pay-per-view.
Maybe yeah, but
But the
what
Bucks-
else would it do?
The Bucks have been hinting at
Yeah.
Cole. I mean, the Bucks have been trolls though online.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, they always post stuff on their Twitter bio, and
Yeah. that's what you do.
Well, now they're heels, so.
and I think with the rumors of Daniel Bryan and Bray Wyatt, I don't know if it would be smart for Adam Cole yet.
Too much
I
too
think
soon.
you wait, and then I think the way you debut Cole, to me, would be a cool idea. Is him helping his
Bucks?
girlfriend, wife,
Oh yeah.
Britt, keep her belt, even as just like a distraction. A shadowy figure shows up, takes the hood off. Oh shit! It's Adam Cole.
they've been using each other's finishers.
Right? Yeah, I saw it.
Saw
Yeah,
Adam Cole
and that's why I thought like like
And in the bedroom, too.
Well, he gave her lockjaw another way, but
She's from Pittsburgh, and he's from Allentown, so I mean,
Is it? Oh yeah, that's right. He was born here, but like
Yeah.
he's from.
Pennsylvania.
AEW has been stepping it up, not even just with Punk, but matches and production, and they've been stepping up their game. I still think you need more than an hour for Rampage.
No,
I keep it at an hour. Yeah.
Has it been?
it's not.
I don't
it's
know.
not SmackDown yet. They've only been around. They've been around less than 2 years. Relax.
I just still feel like they have too many.
Rampage
people.
just debuted. It's Friday nights at 10. I was watching
And,
Saturday.
and the
You
thing,
watch Dark Revolution.
Revelation, Elevation.
Yeah.
and if you watch AEW, they're kind of following the old WCW model. They have a 2-hour show, and then Saturday night was a 1-hour show on Saturdays. Just kind of like set something up for the 2-hour show. Or
Recap
whatever.
show.
You don't need.
Yeah. Let's
Yeah,
let's
don't
not
overdo
go-
it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm really excited to see AEW live.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
October.
October 15th, 16th. Okay.
6th.
No, I'm just.
He's not. He always.
No, I'm not. I'm serious. I'm just doing a bit.
I mean, last time we went to AEW,
It's all a work.
it was 2019. We all had a blast. It was when AEW first started.
Except for the driving, parking.
Yeah, no.
Philly sucks.
Oh, Temple University sucks.
But kudos to Justin and his awesome park job.
Because I've been to Philly things before, so I know how to park and drive through Philly. You just got to do it. You can't be nice and wait for anybody. You just drive the car.
Cool.
Make it go.
COVID is I don't know. It's people have been saying there's
Delta variant.
Yeah, I'm just worried that it's going to get postponed for
We'll
the
see.
fourth time.
Let's do it before time.
But October 6th, we're all going to have a blast at AEW, especially after Punk debuted. I'm a Punk mark. I think Justin is as well.
I like Punk. I've never said I'm not
I'm
a fan.
curious to
Fuck CM Punk.
him and Colt. Did they make amends?
I don't
or-
think so. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. We'll see.
Hmm.
We'll see. Maybe if they get together on screen or on a podcast, because I think Colt still does his podcast.
And I'm not sure if we mentioned this last week, but Christian retired the TNA belt, not the Impact.
Yes.
And
And
Ace,
now he's
I was wondering why-
Ace Austin.
Ace Austin
You
is
called
the
that. You
number
called
one
that, right?
contender.
You called that.
Yeah.
You said you wanted to see Ace. Yeah. Good shit.
Ace,
Oh, yeah.
Ace Austin is the number one contender.
I'm teaching you how to book wrestling.
He's been
Yeah, because I saw you only had one belt, and I was wondering what happened to the other one. Yeah, so okay,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
and Ace has been wrestling at the Sanctuary here in PA.
He's
He's
their champion, right?
Yeah. So he's been a busy man.
He's from here, isn't he?
Yeah.
Wilson,
So,
I think.
from Atlantic City.
Oh, okay. That's close enough. That's local enough.
Woohoo, Jersey represent.
I watched a thing on YouTube from Impact. It was a 20-man battle royal. Number one
I did
contender.
that just for you.
And
Bugs you.
Brian Myers won. Was that old?
Brian Myers challenged Christian for the belt. I think he lost.
On Impact.
Oh, so it wasn't old. It was recent then. Okay.
Yeah, at the pay-per-view, it's Ace and Christian.
Yes. What paper?
Which-
is it? Bound for Glory?
No,
Slammiversary just happened.
no, it's a new one, I think.
House of the Holy.
I don't know. I think that should be a good
John,
match.
you only got that.
Who's gonna watch this shit?
I think that should be a good match.
Doesn't matter what we call it. No one watches it.
I watch it one time.
I'd watch it for Ace.
I've tried to watch it on during the
watched
week,
it
but
once.
I just forget that it's on sometimes. And
I watch recap stuff and like I watch videos on Instagram, and so I try to like get my fill through that.
yeah, I find out stuff because I follow Jordan Grace on Instagram and stuff
Holy
like that.
shit! You want to talk about Jordan Grace? Holy fuck! She is a beast. Have you
Yeah.
seen her lately?
Yes.
Oh my god. She's like a weightlifting fucking god. Jordan Grace, A1 fucking primo weight. I don't give a fuck. She looks better than any wrestler. Women, men, doesn't matter. She looks amazing.
Yeah, she does.
She is a fucking weightlifting god.
And did you see? I think it was on Instagram when I had my one that was
I
working.
I do follow her on
She-
Instagram, and it's like fuck.
She doesn't give a fuck too because she posted a video like where she wet herself when she was lifting, and she's like, sometimes it
Shit
just happens. But it was like a lot of weight that she lifted. She's like, I don't give a shit. I
Shit
lifted
happens.
this much. I'm like, you
Yeah.
go.
Who cares?
No, I was
Oh, yeah.
happy that she like she didn't give a fuck. Sorry, guys.
She looks amazing. Like her arms, her legs. She
Yeah.
just looks amazing. I can't. you
I
gotta
liked
see
her
it.
since I
You gotta
first
see it.
saw her in like Impact. I was
She's
like,
not
wow,
like-
she was different.
She's not like Buddy Murphy. Muscles on top of muscles that
Yeah, no.
bulge off of other muscles. She's like next big thing, Brock Lesnar. Just
She's like-
thick.
she's like
like a fucking
They call her
freak.
Thick Mama Pump.
Oh, yeah,
She's like-
That's her one of her
Piper
nicknames.
Niven and Beth Phoenix
nah,
combined. Like,
nah.
I-
Beth Phoenix and Piper ain't got shit on her. She is.
I mean, build wise, like,
No.
and it's, I don't know, but
She's amazing.
The best way to describe her, a lot of people have said, is she's like a female version of Rhino.
Yeah, she
Short,
is.
stocky, like
Yes,
that. Yeah,
that's exactly it. And she's probably got the strength of Cesaro.
yeah. Because she
Don't
is stronger
fuck with
than she
Jordan
looks.
The first time I saw her, Stevens, Pennsylvania, in a fucking fire company. I've been following her ever since, and she is
Nice.
amazing. She's put so much work into where she's come from, where she was. She's got to be the hardest working wrestler in the business. Although Ace is also very hardworking. He works out like he's got that Buddy Murphy body though.
yeah. By the way, new merch.
Very nice.
I'm not wearing it. I got a plain.
I just got mine tonight, so I didn't get a chance to rock it
We
yet.
Like
but-
Wrestling podcast with a silhouette of the Hamburg Fieldhouse.
Whoop, whoop.
Our original logo is on the back of the shirt. He's also wearing it. New merch available. I also have something special lined up for next month, October-ish.
It's semen.
Oh, and I
Really?
also saw that you posted, which I thought was really cool. Rise Up has
Yeah.
coupons with our logo
So-
on them.
September 18th, Outbreak Wrestling, Hamburg, PA, at the legendary Hamburg Fieldhouse.
Home away from home.
We are sponsored by Rise Up Nutrition, and we are sponsoring Outbreak Wrestling through 2022.
Except for Yams. It's that his attitude has gotten so terrible, man. I've known this guy since like day one. He came into this business, and he used to be such a good guy, and now his attitude has completely changed. I mean, it's completely flipped. Like he doesn't even give a shit anymore. He's a scam. He's the working
Scams
scam.
the work.
Yeah, he's
the working scam.
He's now a scab.
yeah, he's a scam.
He used to be like living Outbreak, and now he's just
Who just fooled everybody into thinking they were a good guy. And all the kids love seeing Yams, and he turned his back on the fans, and it's disappointing.
And so September 18th, Outbreak Wrestling is coming back to Hamburg.
That's right.
We will have coupons to hand out at that show for Rise Up Nutrition here in Reading, PA. $2 off of a combo. Thank you to Rise Up for doing that, by the way. They are great people.
One of my favorite places.
Yeah,
I
Justin
still haven't
and I-
checked them out yet, but I so want to.
Justin and I both go there like 2 or 3 times a week,
Yeah,
at least.
they keep me going.
Their energy teas help speed up
Boost your
metabolism. Yeah. They help boost your metabolism. They give you energy. I enjoy them over Monster, Bang, whatever. Their flavors are great too. They just had a limited blue airheads. Amazing.
And the Mermaid was pretty good.
Mermaid they still have.
Grape, the purple grape airhead was good.
Yeah. The protein shakes are meal replacers as well as protein. They have pre-workout, post-workout. They have oatmeal, waffles, donuts, all protein. I can't wait to get more people onto them. They're great people too. As soon as you walk in the door, they greet you, and I've never met a bad employee there.
Rise Up Nutrition,
Yeah,
West Reading.
Penn Avenue. Also, September 19th.
Yes.
Outbreak is the 18th, which is a Saturday. September 19th in Allentown, PA, at the Fire Company, is a convention.
Some great
Yeah,
great names.
Duke the Dumpster Josie is going to be there. Earl Hebner is going to be there.
Who we are bringing in.
There's only one guy that really matters.
Abdullah.
No.
Marty
Try again.
fucking Jannetty.
Try again. Yeah. Marty Jannetty's going to be there again. And it's amazing.
Yeah,
I met him. Super dope guy.
we all want to meet Abdullah.
Abdullah's I do want to meet Abdullah.
Yeah.
The madman from
But
the
also
Sudan.
but the other big one is Little Boogeyman. It's kind of fucking
Oh,
cool.
wow.
And if she stays out of jail, Sunny.
Oh, wow, really?
Which is that's kind of cool. I mean,
With her clothes on?
look, come on, let's not do that. Let's
mean,
be
keep booted.
professional.
I mean, we need a sunny day. It's been raining.
Don't you don't even know what that is? You were like 2 years old when that happened. Were you alive? What year were you born?
97.
You were it's probably 96. I don't think
So you're a year old.
I don't think you were alive when that comment was made. So fuck off.
Even though you've been having a lot of sunny days lately.
It just feels great to be able to witness conventions and live wrestling.
I love it. And you can find out any conventions that are happening in this area on meetwrestlers.com. MEET wrestlers.com. It is your number one source to find who's coming in. You can pre-order tickets. You can even get virtual tickets. It is honestly, it's the best website for any fan.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, it's the best website for any fan that's looking to do any kind of signings. You want to go meet these guys, come out. And they're the best. I love, like, wrestling is such a different breed. Have you ever met, like, an NFL player? Or, like, I met Bernie Perrant, legendary NHL player.
Hall of Famer.
That guy couldn't give a fuck who was in that crowd or who was coming in to get a signing. He was just blah here. What's your name? Yep, good. Wrestlers, they're engaged. You are the person that puts food on their table. You are the reason they do this shit.
Some.
You're right. So,
Flair's 10 grand and doesn't give a shit.
Well,
I
it
think he
depends,
gives a
because there's
shit.
been times that, like, you see in one spot, like, oh, he was engaging and really cared, and you see in another spot, it's like, and I think sometimes it has to do with the size of the crowd, though, too.
I was
Like,
talking
if
about
they
Doug
show up,
Williams. Doug Williams is one of my
Doug
favorites.
Williams
So cool.
is, yes,
The best.
super dope guy.
That's the best.
I remember we met Batista and we thought he was a jerk
Yeah.
because he had sunglasses on and he didn't talk and it was just same thing, sign. And then we found
Excuse
out.
me? Because you have sunglasses on, you're a jerk.
No, he acted like a jerk.
Do I act like a jerk?
Sometimes. And those of us that know you very well know that to be true.
It's true.
It's true.
We found out later that the reason was because he was hungover because he partied the night before because his birthday.
It was his birthday, yeah.
So he was.
So you're saying I'm Batista?
or you get stuff like we met Candice, Michelle, and Maria. First off, they showed up late. Then they kept changing the rules of the stops and all that.
Did you know that Candice and Maria were in a episode of Magic's Biggest Secrets Revealed?
Yeah, they were like
They
The
were
ballet
the models
girls,
or
yeah,
the
yeah.
extras
yes.
in one of the Magic's Biggest. Do you remember those? Jared
Yeah, I
probably
remember
remember. He was
those.
probably too young.
No.
Yeah. The guy had a black mask.
Yeah,
And
well,
kept
that's
going black.
racist. But
I didn't say he had black face. I said he had black mask.
wow, I cannot believe you're recorded saying
So-
that right now. Wow.
And
You're canceled.
on top of the September 19th convention in Allentown, they're doing Oktoberfest.
You know, every time you say fucking September 19th, all I think of is that Kane shit. I know it's May
May
19th, but
Um,
I can't hear the word 19th without thinking.
Yeah. So October, I
It's,
don't
also,
know.
it's also my daughter's birthday.
I don't know the exact date, but October they're having another convention. Ace Austin is going to be there.
Ace Austin. Here's one. And here's one. Okay, yeah, I've met Ace Austin. We've worked the show together. It's whatever. He's a cool guy. Fucking Crowbar.
Wow, really?
I didn't know he
Right?
was still
Like,
around.
how do you have the opportunity to meet fucking Crowbar?
I thought he was dead, actually.
Shut the fuck up. And also D-Lo, which is cool.
Yeah.
Sabu, just
Something would be
incredible.
cool.
Yeah. 911, which I don't know how
Wow.
many appearances he does.
Wow, I didn't know he was still
Yeah,
around.
Yeah,
either.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just Incredible has a bad rep.
Look, he was
Well,
going
he's-
through some bad times for a while, but
Wasn't
he's
he,
good.
that wasn't Faker.
Who?
No, Brian Lee.
Brian
was
Lee.
like-
Lee.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
He was taking 911,
Yeah.
played the big
Yeah.
guy.
No, 911 played 911. That's all he did. He
Yeah.
choke slam people. I just don't.
These conventions, man. After the Legends of
Oh
Hamburg.
my god!
And Legends of Hamburg, Outbreak has a shirt out.
Oh yeah, go check that out, man.
That
Yeah,
shirt
that was
is
really
really
cool.
That is a cool.
I ordered a shirt,
I might
so
order one.
I'll have that at the Outbreak show.
Did you order me one?
I did not.
What the
You got our new podcast shirt. Hey man,
It's like nobody even gives a fuck about
if
me.
you order, what is it? The first 20 people that order that special shirt, they get sent a free autograph
Ooh.
from Antonio. And
Wait, is it an autograph of Antonio?
no, it's
Oh.
just a random. So that's pretty cool. Man,
Yeah,
Outbreak Wrestling
it's
is
like what, $20 or
Also,
something?
check out.
yeah.
Wow,
Lightning.
that was a cool lightning strike. Sorry, this is
On my way here, I saw a really
Holy
dope one.
shit.
Like,
when,
very clear.
when we're telling you that it's storming this whole time, like any problems that are happening with this podcast, this storm is insane outside this window. Like, this is something
It rains
I
for
love
10
lightning.
minutes and then it doesn't,
Yeah.
but the lightning and thunder are just
Oh,
insane.
so cool. Sorry, we're just gonna go around.
But Outbreak Wrestling,
So cool.
man, they are amazing. They never disappoint.
I mean, even before
Except
we
for
got
yours.
involved with the podcast and all that, just going to the shows, I always had a great time at Outbreak.
Yeah, AXW was good. Outbreak is just another level of independent wrestling here in PA. It's just
Now we're finally getting one-on-one Ian Bush, Andy Header.
With Earl Hebner
Earl
as a
Hebner
guest
reffing.
referee.
It's gonna be down the middle. It's got to be down the middle, right?
Yeah,
I can't
it has to
possibly
be, yeah.
screw this up at all.
I don't know. I have a way of screwing things up.
I don't know. We'll see what happens. I mean, I'm excited for that match, even without Earl.
Yeah.
That match would be great. You know, it's just it's great to have a ref like that in your match. I mean, imagine
Yeah.
how those two are feeling. You know,
That guy refed the match that made my childhood. Why are you laughing?
are you talking about the screw job again?
No,
No,
he's talking about Sean and Austin. WrestleMania 14.
I'm actually
Oh.
talking about Brett and Bennett. No. No. Sean and Razor, the ladder.
The ladder match.
I mean,
wow.
that match made me go, holy shit, this is why I love Shawn Michaels. Like, that match is the reason I love Shawn Michaels.
And he actually was the
It was
referee that almost all your main guys
Yeah.
in the day won it as the referee.
And now that in AEW,
And I think he did all of Austin's matches. He was the referee.
A super highlighted moment, the twin refs, you know? The
Yep.
whole, the
Well, and I was
original-
going to say, I was going to say, if we ever got an interview with him, that was one thing I wanted to ask him. Like, you were part of 2 screw jobs. Because if you think about it, one was a
Yeah.
scripted one and one was real. And that the first one being the Hogan one.
Well,
And
the
I was a
original-
kid when that happened.
The original screw job they call is what didn't have Earl Hebner, but it was the Mae Young and Wendy Richter, right?
Oh, yeah, Spider Lady.
Spider Lady, yeah.
Yeah. That was
Not Mae Young, Moolah, yeah.
More Fabulous Moolah, yeah.
Moolah, yeah. Mae Young's,
Not so
They-
fabulous, Moolah.
yeah. Mae Young's pure at heart. Everybody
Yeah.
loves Mae Young. Everybody hates.
But
Mae
yeah,
Young.
but like the what they would call, I guess, screw job type thing with Earl. Yeah, like that was amazing. When I was a kid, like I didn't know that shit.
Look, I still have a shred of thinking that what we call the Montreal screw job was a work. But that's for a later episode. We can talk about that whole thing.
Oh, hell
It would be great. to have
That
a
is a
show.
great debate that a lot of people think it is a work.
I let's just look. I also believe aliens are real. I believe the pyramids were built by aliens.
And
I
they
also
just
believe that the Illuminati controls, not the Illuminati as which you think is like fucking Jay-Z and Beyonce, and I think it's a bigger picture. It's more like a bunch of old white guys that control a bunch of shit. Definitely ain't
Racist
Jay-Z.
bastard.
And the earth is flat.
You can convince
Yeah, of
anybody.
course.
It's just
Of course, the Earth is flat.
Yeah,
Why
everybody
wouldn't
knows
it be flat?
Of course.
It's also hollow, and so is the moon. Because you know the moon wasn't there when the pyramids were built. Did you know that?
No, I did not.
Well, then we should start a different podcast.
Speaking of that, we need to get.
Look at flight plans. That shit don't make no sense. That's pretty much all of Flat Earthers' argument is just the words that don't make no sense.
We need to bring the tornado tag guys on here at some point.
Who?
Anthony and Andy. The whole crew, 3 of
Are
them.
they into aliens and conspiracies? And
They do have a podcast where they talk about illusions, and you know,
illusions are different than conspiracies.
Well,
Illusions
sure.
are less different.
they also have interviews with real people, and you know.
I saw a movie called Interview with a Vampire once. Good movie. Interviews with real people. What do we have interviews with?
Imaginary people.
Yeah, imagine.
We also have an episode of an interview with the interviewer.
Yeah.
That's been really
Yeah.
He was a
find
real
it,
person.
find it in the archives.
Pretty sure he's real. If he wasn't, that was an amazing hologram. Such a good looking hologram.
September 18th, Outbreak Wrestling, back at the legendary Hamburg Fieldhouse. We will be there with a table as always. We hope to see you there. See you next time.
Cheers.
Later.